When will these guys give us a chance to ride one of this? But hopefully soon.
You can have a ride.
In this video itself.
పైన గాలి బదిలీ తీసుకుందాం మనం ఫస్ట్ కానీ గ్రౌండ్ క్లియరెన్స్ ఫిస్ట్ పడుతుంది అది అట్లా వస్తుంది ఫిస్ట్ ఒక ఫిస్ట్ పడుతుంది అంతే.
Here at Harley Davidson, as you see, we have the PanAmerica right in front of us. And there's one really cool logo on the tank actually. If you see, there's something like a topographic motive here. It looks very cool, very, showing where the bike is actually capable of going. This uses the same engine as what is there on the Sportster S. It's a 1250cc Milwaukee engine. Produces about 150 horsepower in this machine and about 127 Newton meters of torque. That's almost in the range of
the GS.
Yeah, the GS. It's more powerful than the GS and almost as powerful as the Multistrada. So that exactly is where this bike is positioned at. On one end of the spectrum, we have the GS, which is considered an all-round touring machine. On the other end, we have the Multistrada, which is a full-blown sports tourer. This sits somewhere exactly in the middle. So it's got some crazy specs which actually give this a huge edge over the competition. One thing, especially for shorter riders, it's got an adaptive seat height. So not on all models, but a few specific models, the bike
This particular model does not have.
Yeah, this one doesn't have. But the seat height, actually the entire bike goes down by a certain margin so that you can actually flat foot both the feet. Because these bikes are tall, you can't flat foot, and this bike is very tall. Okay, look at how cool the engine block on this bike is. I have two examples here. This side looks absolutely beautiful. It looks like it is meant. It looks like an artwork. It looks really cool. The color, the magnesium color on this, it looks beautiful. And if you actually jump to the other side of the engine, you can actually see that the engine is slightly recessed inside, and you can see the little bit of the bare knuckle Harley lineage here. We can actually see the radiator fan. Look at the size of that, how big that is to dissipate the amount of heat. And from a lot of people who've ridden this generation of Harley, they say that it doesn't get as hot as
The previous
earlier generation. I'm really sorry that we had to do a voiceover of this part of the video because the GoPro's voice got corrupted. We're basically talking about the switchgear and its quality. To the left, we have the high beam flasher, cruise control, option to cycle through the menus, and also a favorites button. And coming to the right side of the bike, you have the engine kill switch, engine start stop that is. We have a heated grips button. We have a button for your hazards and also to select your playback from your Bluetooth audio. The quality of the switchgear on this bike is amazing. I have not seen this quality on any other bike. I have not been on other Harleys, but this is really good. But only problem is the number of buttons. It takes a really long time for getting used to. And we are actually going to compare the acceleration pulls of both the GS as compared to the PanAmerica. On papers, the GS is slightly down on power and also it's shaft driven, so it loses even more power. But what surprises us is actually the small difference which both these bikes have. The amount of pull which PanAmerica has is pretty significant, but it is not significantly higher than the GS. GS almost was on par with this, but what we felt personally was that the Multistrada felt much faster than both these bikes, and the windscreen on the PanAmerica, big disappointment because it does stop a lot of wind, but it is not adjustable on the fly. You have to come to a stop, use both your hands, unlike the GS and the Multistrada, which is adjustable on the fly like you see.
And also the Pan Am's windshield is very flimsy when compared to the GS and the Multistrada.
As in, the quality of it doesn't feel solid. It is functional. But one thing where it excels at,
Is braking, yeah. What amazing braking! It is on par with the Multistrada, which I can absolutely say. And when it comes to off-roading, this is not a true-breded off-roader, but it can do all your touring off-roading, and also it is a better capable off-roader than the GS. I can assure you that. But the only problem occurs when is the height of the bike. It is too tall for our Indian average height standards, because we are close to 5'10", and with boots you can increase more than 4 to 5 inches, but it is super tall, and we are actually barely flat footing on both sides.
forget about flat footing, we were actually doing tippy toes on this.
TP toes, yeah. And Rohit is actually helping me to push the bike, back up the bike a bit, because I was scared whether I'll drop the bike, because it was not on stable grounds as such. It is not my bike, yeah. I need to do some sort of jugaad to get it out of any tricky situations.
The display, it is crisp, right? It's got loads of information. It's basically like a small iPad or something. You
Yes.
have all the information, the speedo, gear indicator. You have
Battery indicator, battery amps indicator,
the best part. It's got moving maps as well.
moving maps, yeah.
So
Google Maps.
It's got a wealth of information, which is very good.
And when it comes to taking a U-turn, I feel the Africa Twin, in that adventure market, Africa Twin has the better turning radius than this. But yeah, there are many hit points and there are many low points on this bike. It definitely needs more refinement when compared to a GS or an Multistrada. It is the refinement levels are nowhere close to the Africa Twin. Africa Twin is the most refined bike, but
It's a great start by
it's a
Harley.
great start.
Mission is amazing. Okay.
Yeah, you can actually, when the engine starts also, when you actually flip the throttle.
Just a 200 kilometers.
Yeah, exactly. When you flip the throttle, it's actually getting stuck at that, and then it's rising and then slowly falling. Once the engine is hot, that's not happening. But it's an amazing start, right? For something very new.
Yes, for Harley, definitely yes.
Huge at least
So,
electronics front.
probably next generation of this will be much better, and we can definitely compare with the GS.
Now, I don't think so.
Now GS is better, but definitely in the future iterations. Problem on the windshield, एक बीच में यहाँ पर there's a grease.
Bubble.
And, yeah, the bubble here, and that is distorting a lot of image. Either I have to stand up and see or go down and see to look clearly. Exactly here. Seating comfort, the riding position, and the brakes. Brakes are used to the height though. If this was the top end with the right adjustability, then probably it will be much better. I can reach my feet down. But like I said, I went to some off-road session. I had to back the bike up, and I got scared. I didn't want to try it on this because not my bike. I गिर भी गया तो I'm like, whoa, I'll have that guilt feeling. So I was very careful. But the brakes are very good too. It's almost compatible to your Multistrada. But switch gear. To understand the switch gear, it will take probably some time.
And it's a Harley kind of, you will be, I think you are used to BMW switch gear.
Is keyless, but for opening the tank like the Multistrada you need key, and also to lock the bike you need the key. The hand lock is somewhere hidden down here. Yeah, it's a promising bike. I just spoke to the manager and he said that after first service everything will be much smoother. And there were some riders who have completed almost 10,000 kilometers on the Pan Am already. And within a month, yeah. And that person said it is extremely smooth after the first service. So it's a promising build for Harley, but it can only go up from here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Amazing start, right? Few things I really personally love. The dash.
Dash is good. It's so big. Everything is displayed. It's like a small screen.
It's like a small TV only. And overall, I'm impressed with Harley and where they have come from. A generation ago being a very functional, basic machine to a machine which is filled with electronics.
gets better when the revs are higher. Do you agree with me?
You felt it like the Africa?
I felt the sound like the Africa. When the revs are higher, it sounds like the Africa. But when sidling, it's more thrashy like the 850 GS.
Yes. So saying that, that's our take
On the Pan Am, we were extremely happy to get
come here to the showroom, check it out guys. It's very important for you guys to support the biking community.
So if at all you're looking for a standard bike other than the GS to do all-round touring, this is the only thing which is available right now. There's also the Multi V4, which
is much higher in the price bracket.
Much higher. It's almost 4 lakhs more than this, right? And yeah, these are the 3 bikes which are right now in the market, at least in India. Do check it out. You can actually check the Pan Am here in Hyderabad showroom. Before buying the GS or planning to buy the GS, check this out as well. Until the next vlog, peace out guys.